Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. We're talking about Pear Deck, an add-on by Google Slides. This tutorial hopefully will encourage some teacher that we can have 100% student engagement in classrooms during lessons. Wouldn't that be awesome? Google Slides has this add-on Pear Deck, and it's easily accessible if you visit peardeck.com. I am using Google Chrome today, but as soon as you go to peardeck.com, you will see the student login or teacher login up at the top if you continue to be a user, so it's super accessible. Today we're going to scroll down to the middle of the page where it says sign up for free. When we click sign up for free, Pear Deck will bring us to their home page, which looks a little bit like this. When you sign up, all they ask for is your Google account information, so it's super easy to walk yourself through it. Very easy sign up process. Whenever you log in or sign up, Pear Deck automatically syncs with your Google Drive information. So as a teacher, this is a great tool because during any of your classroom lessons, you can come right here to peardeck.com, or you can access it through your Google Slides. So it's very accessible, easy to use. And we're going to start on my Google Slides page today. So I've logged into Google Slides and I'm here ready to make a lesson. So today, say we're talking about math and we're doing skip counting in my 3rd grade class. And I want to have a little bit more student engagement in my classroom. I know those days where there are kids digging in their desks or kids maybe even under their desks, and you wonder what you can do to get more students involved and learning about what we're talking about. So we've downloaded Pear Deck, and it's just the tool to help us with more student engagement. So after you've downloaded Pear Deck, you're going to come up to the top of your Google Slides page where it says add-ons. We'll click on add-ons, and Pear Deck is an automatic option because we've already downloaded it and synced it with our Google account information. So we're going to click on Open Pear Deck Add-on. Whenever the Pear Deck add-on pops up, it's on the right-hand side of your Google Slides page. And this tool is so awesome. It's colorful. The words and all the instructions that you need to know are easily readable. It's a great tool to navigate. So as I'm creating my lesson, I want to think about things that would engage my students and how I could get them to better understand the lesson. So I'm at the beginning of my lesson where we're talking about skip counting, and I want to know what my students know already about skip counting, whether it's from previous years or learning something at home. What do they know? So I'm going to go to the beginning of lesson tab on Pear Deck. I'm going to click on that. And Pear Deck gives us a few templates to use. There are also lots of other things. You can amend any template, but we're just going to use some of their templates today. So I'm going to click on this one that says draw or type 2 things you already know about today's topic and add that into my presentation. After you click the template, it's automatically added into your presentation. And here, my students will be able to engage with me directly. As the presenter, you will get all of your students' responses directly to the device you're presenting on, whether it's your laptop, your computer, or your iPad. You'll get every student's responses immediately. So my students tell me what they know about skip counting, and I know that I'm ready to move on. And so we move on to how to skip count, or whatever lesson you're talking about, you can insert here. How to skip count, I want to talk about and review a little bit about what it is and what my students need to know. After we've talked about the topic, I want to know if they understand or if I need to talk about it a little bit more. So I'm going to use my Pear Deck application again. I'm going to press back and go to During Lesson. On this During Lessons page, it gives us a few templates to use to assess our students' knowledge in the middle of the lesson. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to use these. This template has the little characters on it. It asks my students, how are you feeling? So after our template is added into our slideshow, you as the teacher have the ability to edit any of the graphics that you want, any of the text that you want, to make it fit your students' needs better. Alright, so here I went ahead and edited a little bit of the text just to make it fit my students' preferences and understanding a little bit better. So I'll give my students a second in the middle of my lesson to interact. Here, the Pear Deck Pear Deck information or instructions say or tell my students to drag the icon to the student or character they most connect with. So I'll give them just a minute as the teacher to do that. And once again, all of their responses will come directly to you. All right, after I know that my students understand, I can move on. We talk about skip counting a little bit more, and we've come to the end of my lesson. So I'm going to move over to the Pear Deck application, or add-on again. I'm going to go to end of lesson, and we're going to spend just a minute to reflect on what we learned and if we understand and how we feel about it. So I'm going to use this little emoji template to assess my students' feelings about this, about their understanding on this topic. All right, so this template has been added and you're ready to go. Your lesson has been planned and you have lots of student engagement and interaction in your lesson. So after you have created your lesson and it's time to present in your classroom, you're going to go ahead to the Pear Deck add-on and you're going to click Present with Pear Deck. Once we decide to present with Pear Deck, this will be shown up on your projector screen so your students can see it, and they all will log in with their own devices. They'll log on to peardeck.com/join, and this screen will be shown, and they will have they'll have a spot on that website where they can put in this class code, and they'll be directly connected to your slideshow and your presentation. So this has been Pear Deck, an add-on by Google Slides. I used Screencast-O-Matic to record this information. I hope that this tool has been kind of an eye-opening experience to you, and if you decide to use it, I hope that it is a huge success in your classroom. Thanks for joining me today.